Greetings and welcome to Nathan Lyle Official. If you've never seen my face in a video before, my name is Nathan Lyle. This is my personal channel where I do vlogs, reviews, and anything else that happens to catch my fancy. And I just wanted to give an update on how I'm doing during this whole corona thing. And, well, if I'm being completely honest, there is a small part of me that wishes it goes on forever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want a zombie apocalypse, but I see that there are a lot of people struggling with social isolation, and they're like, this is bullshit, let me the fuck out. And me here, I'm just like, best fucking week of my life. We should have gotten corona in America years ago. My corona. Like, I don't have to go to work, don't have to shower. I've saved money on laundry, from not having to clean clothes, because I'm just naked the whole time. Plus, there's a lot of things that, even though sit-down places are closing, there's still people delivering. And, the government doing some things right, but some things wrong. We'll get back to that later. Sorry, I got Blade on the screen, and Wesley Snipes is a badass. Anyways. Yeah, my biggest concern was the fear that I would eat myself out of house and home, and it's not an unfounded fear, and it hasn't necessarily gone away either. But I'm doing better than I thought I would. One thing I've noticed, without the stress of having to go to work and have all this other, and having to force myself to find time to just have fun. It's been most of my free time just gaming, just scrolling through social media, fall asleep watching, eat some soup, fall asleep watching TV. I'm enjoying my fucking life for once, with no cares, no worries, no concerns. So yeah. This really has been the best few days of my life. And I have been exercising, which, worst moments of my day, but it's something that, I feel like it's a little necessary. Just keep the blood pumping, keep the heart pumping, keep the blood moving. Because there's a lot of just everyday exercises you can do in your house, just, body weight stuff. Without no weight, no dumbbells or anything like that. Just push-ups, sit-up crunches, bicycle crunches, all kinds of shit you can do. Where I'm focusing mostly on the core and the legs. Because, this build, it's not a good angle, but I'm just saying. Did I say squats? I said squats. And for me, I'm not starting with any specific number. It's just, first day, do it until it hurts. And then every day after that, add one more to whatever you did yesterday. And I've been watching more movies, more TV. Just barely had to open my door. Had a couple deliveries, and my neighbor knocked on my door asking me for help with something. So, but yeah, also it's been raining, which I enjoy. Temperature dropped. It's been in the 80s. We've been stuck for the last week or so, 80-degree days, 60 degrees at night. But right now it's only like high 50s right now outside, so I'm enjoying that. And yeah, at some point in time, the biggest issue I have is that I got some trash piling up here. But other than that, been working on my book, nowhere near as much as I should, but I have been working on it somewhat, a little bit. it's easier to procrastinate now, just because it's one thing when it's like, oh, I've got a 2 hour window every day, I have to work on it now, otherwise it's going to be another 24 to 48 hours before the opportunity presents itself again. And so it's like it's easier to sit down and force myself to do it, as opposed to like wake up in the morning, I know I've got all day, I can open my laptop anytime I want. And so yeah, it's like I've got 18 more hours before I go back to sleep. I've got 10. Then it's like, okay, I'll play a video game, watch some anime. You know what? I still got 10 more hours. I'm gonna do time to do the exercises, time to eat. You know what? I'm taking a nap. Okay. Well, I got 5 hours left in the day. You know what? That's enough time for another game of Madden and some Injustice. And then, okay, I'm about to go to bed now. Well, I'll work on it some tomorrow. Who cares? Also, I'm trying to keep my sleep schedule consistent, just because I want to enjoy myself, but at the same time, we're gonna have to return to normal at some point in time, hopefully. Yeah, that's just me. I'm happy. This is the best my life has been in a long fucking time. But I am a little concerned with the future, because for one thing, I don't know for sure if I have. I don't know for sure if I have COVID or not. I could already have it and it's just asymptomatic, and I'm trying to think how long it stays active in a human before it passes. But yeah, and so I am concerned about that. But it's also one of those things that I haven't been leaving my house. So if I do already have it, you know, not the worst thing ever. And if I do already have it, like I said, I'm not passing it to anyone, and obviously I'm not getting. And if I don't have it, I'm not getting it anytime soon. But the biggest concern is that I'm eating into my bank account, maybe, and that the government, they put out all these things like, they're not. I saw something about how you're not allowed to evict people for the time being. That being said, just because you're not allowed to evict people, I think a lot of people are taking that as, I don't have to pay rent. Let me go buy that new car, which. I mean, this is all speculation. Hopefully no one's doing that. But, that is my concern, that, okay, we don't have to pay rent now, which is good. But does that mean they're not charging us rent? There's a difference between being forced to pay and not being charged. And so, you guarantee you, as soon as this thing does pass, however long it takes, which I've heard shit about 18 months, and I'm like, that's fucking bullshit, because 18 months is a year and a half. Hell no. There's already people thinking out about July. And so yeah, if 18 months, there's no way for us to survive. It's just not gonna happen. For one thing, there's no way to keep, billions of people contained, especially when most of that requires self-containment. So people are going to go out there, they're going to be doing dumb shit. And then on top of that, just like I said, eventually supplies start running out, money starts running low, people will just start doing some shit. But yeah, I mean, I'm wondering where the hell that 18 months came from, because I don't know if America can survive going to July at this point. But yeah, there's no way in hell we'll survive to 2021. Especially the low-income neighborhoods, because have you heard all this bullshit about, Congress supposedly trying to pass something like everyone gets $1,000 a month, but that, unfortunately, it's not a blanket. It's based on how much you need, supposedly. But that's total bullshit because it seems based on the numbers to be based more off of how much would you have made anyways if you weren't missing work, because the people who are making the least would be getting the least back. And it really should be the exact opposite, because people who are only making 600 a month, if you only give them 600 a month, you're not helping at all. That's not even a drop in the bucket. You missed the bucket completely, because people who are making 600 a month don't have any money to save up. Everything they have goes to paying bills, and then they got nothing left after, and they haven't even finished all their bills, and yet, so they're the ones who need the most because they don't have savings accounts that they can dip into. All those people who are making 30,000 a month, they've been putting away for medical expenses and vacations and stuff. And so they don't need that much. They really don't. I'm not saying they need nothing. They probably do. Well, especially if this thing does end up going for months. It's just, everyone needs a little help. But the people who have the least are the ones who need your help the most. Otherwise, no matter what the virus does, you'll be That's just, my throat is dry. I'm not sick. Otherwise, if you're the one, what was I saying? Oh, the people who need the money most the people who have the least money need the most because they're struggling the most. And if you don't give them that, then you're going to be causing more damage than the virus ever could. But, so yeah, those are just my thoughts on it. Because honestly, once again, I'm enjoying this. Best week of my life so far. Very calm, relaxing. The biggest thing about it is, you're sitting here thinking, oh, he's coughing, he's sniffling. It could just be a cold, because I stepped out into the rain. My neighbor, he knocked on my door, he was worried about something. That's all that is. But yeah, anyways, the only thing that's causing me any problems at all is when I stop to look at the news. I spend 2 days not paying any attention to the news, and then suddenly I get a news, and I have a huge headache. Also, I get a headache when I walk out. I don't understand why. Everyone talks about, oh, exercise, you'll feel better, makes your life great. I'm exercising now because it's healthy, and I can't get too complacent, just sit on my ass 24 hours a day. I want to, but once again, I do understand that, at least I'm hoping that this will all return to normal at some point. So I can't get too atrophied, meanwhile, turn into one of those Wall-E humans. But so, what was I gonna do? What was I gonna say? So yeah, but I don't enjoy it. I am not enjoying the exercise. It doesn't make me feel better. It makes it hurt. I said I'm focusing on my core. My stomach hurts a lot. My legs are still sore. They say feel the burn, so I'm going until I feel that burn. It's just 100% once work starts again, and I'm already forced to be on my feet X amount a day, and have less time to do the things I actually want. Never gonna exercise again, because fuck that. This shit sucks. But yeah, try your best to eat healthy. Get your fruits and vegetables in if you're possible. Balanced meals whenever you eat. Try not to have too much processed sugar, and try your best to avoid all people whenever possible. once again, I don't know if I can say this about Texas as a whole, but I know San Antonio was trending on Twitter, and I was like, oh shit, what happened? Turns out, oh, it's good news. Whew, thank God. But like, yeah, that's one thing I think I said it in my last video. San Antonio, we tend to over prepare for everything. So I feel like we're gonna be fine. Yeah, hope everything's gone well for you. I'm just here chilling. I'm a little too chill, actually. I think you should be concerned about me. But well, whatever. If this thing does go on too much longer, I'll be sure to keep checking in. Just so y'all know I'm alive and I'm fine. Everything's good so far. I mean, I'll have to look at it today, but yesterday I checked the numbers and I think Texas has like 400 confirmed cases with like 5 dead and 4 who have gotten better. So the odds aren't looking, I mean, it's hard to be optimistic, but it's also not as scary as it could be. Unfortunately, we live in America, and look at how shitty our government has been doing. And they knew about it, and they chose not to prepare for it because you've got an egomaniac who cares more about looking good than actually doing the right thing. Little does he know that if he had a little forethought, foresight, whichever one, either one, foreskin, whatever, if he had ever once started to think about the future, he'd realize that if a pandemic ends up sweeping the nation and killing half the population, that's going to make you look worse than anything else you could ever do. But whatever. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. I'm getting another headache. So, until the next time you see me in a video, my name is Nathan Nile. Stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you when I see you.